Thank you very much. I would now like to invite Dr. Jayatri Jagoda, President, Sri Lanka Association for Child Development, consultant rheumatologist and in rehabilitation at Lady Ridgeway Hospital of Sri Lanka, to welcome the gathering. Over to you, Madam.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our chief guest, Dr. Asela Gunawardena, Director General of Health Services. I warmly welcome you, sir, for this event. Dr. Chitramali De Silva, Director Maternal and Child Health, Family Health Bureau, and other representatives from Family Health Bureau. Presidents and secretaries from other colleges. My teachers, who have come today to grace my occasion. Past presidents, Professor Samanmali Sumanasena, Dr. Swarna Wijetunga, and Dr. Saraj Wijesekara. Also, although he is not here today, here at the moment, Dr. Tharal Nagda, who is our only overseas delegate, present, is physically present today. He will join us in a few minutes. I welcome him as well. And all the resource persons who are present here at this moment, who contributed to enlighten our audience. And all the distinguished guests, parents of the children who are star awardees, my dear colleagues and friends. I warmly welcome you all for this pleasant morning of 6th Biennial Conference of SLACD. It gives me kind of like humble pleasure and pride to stand here today to welcome you all, because my 2-year tenure as the president of SLACD was not an easy one, because we went through so much of unprecedented turbulences as a country. We started with COVID and then the economic and political crisis. We could not move around. We could not have all our planned outreach programs, but we tried hard to achieve something that we could do in order to overcome all these challenges. So our children also face so many problems because they were, confined to their homes, and then they had to undergo all sorts of unprecedented problems because their education was online, and along with that came a lot of unexpected. The world, it was all new to the world. It was all new experience to the world, how these children would face this online education and all the problems associated with it, because children got tabs and phones and everything that came with it. So it has been a very challenging 2 years for me and my team, and that is why we thought for the most suitable theme for our session, Together for Children Through Challenging Times. If I talk a few other words about SLACD, it's not a very old association. It's a young association founded in 2012 by a few like-minded people, including Emeritus Professor Hemali Pereira and Saman Mali, and few other people who were, interested in this field. It is a multidisciplinary organization, one of a kind. It's the first of its kind, and it's the only one. And it is the main target of the organization is improve awareness and provide resources by doing regional programs, educational programs, and to improve awareness and knowledge about developmental problems. Professor Saman Mali is very passionate about child development, so it is the founder members and the presidents till today. Our main target is to look after these developing problems in the developing child, so child development. So we had to go through this year, these 2 years, mainly on virtual platforms. For all the educational purposes, public awareness and all that, via StreamYard and all. And SLACD has built many regional centers, one in Anuradhapura and in Ampara, and we are on the way of building 2 such centers in Badulla and in Galle. So CDB is our main partner in that, and the center that is functioning in Anuradhapura is serving a lot, and so is the sensory garden in Ampara. So before me, all the past presidents have gone through all, worked hard to achieve these goals so far. So international collaboration, I would even come to that later, because it has been, a struggle through more than, I think, 2 years to nominate ourselves and to apply from IACD, International Alliance for the Colleges of Child Development. So now I am proud to say that we are part of the 9 members. It has only 9 members, and we were given provisional registration. Now we have got we have got the full membership. So we are working for multi-sector partnership. We are working with Department, Ministry of Education, Family Health Bureau, Ministry of Health, and the private sector, CDB, and other organizations that would help us. And we mainly provide advocacy and scientific programs. So far we have held 6. This is the 6th scientific program, and we promote and stimulate research. So the last 2 years, if I elaborate what we have been able to do. So our first event last year was 2021 was Down's Day syndrome. We Down's Day celebration, and this is how we did it. It's truly multidisciplinary. This is how our people made these logos and everything together. That is our occupational therapy department. There are doctors, physios, and OTs all working together. So we always work together. We had a week-long program with small inauguration ceremony because the COVID restrictions were there. And then week-long public education lectures via StreamYard. So these are few of the posters that of our programs that distributed via StreamYard. So they are available on YouTube. So anybody can see these programs later on. So we have tried to protect everything what we did for the other people to see. So StreamYard, we found that it was a very useful, other than Zoom. StreamYard uploads that to YouTube, so it will be there. So nothing was wasted. We did so many webinars. These are few of those, only a few. So we tried to do it first every fortnight, then every month. So very important topics were covered, and they are all there in the YouTube as resources. So we had our Children's Day program in 2021 because we did not know what to do, because all of the country was in lockdown and children were inside the houses. We were thinking hard, and up to 2 weeks to October 1st, we did not know what to do. And then we thought, okay, we would ask children to upload their videos, some performance that was categorized into many domains. I mean, they were cooking, they were dancing, they were painting, and they uploaded everything to we are having clips that will run in between. That was a lovely program. So you will be surprised to see how many videos we received. It was nearly 700. Nuwan had no other work during that time. He was staying up all the night, till morning, sometimes processing these videos. And we have to, from October to December, we had to platform this every Sunday in our StreamYard and YouTube program. So we felt how desperate the children were, and how they connected with us with a simple video. And one of my kids, my own patients, he sent a video after the deadline closed, and he was just calling me and telling, "Madam, I'm so and so." That's all he said, to say that he has sent a video after the deadline. So it was so very well taken. I hope we could play the highlights in the interim, so because it will make my story longer. So another thing I tried to take up was translating this material into Tamil. I tried it. I found out, I told many of our Tamil colleagues, junior ones, to translate our material into Tamil. But I found with surprise, they were telling me, the receivers, the public, the parents, we did ones for the parents and for the academics, but the ones we tried to translate to the parents were a little bit of high caliber. They told me that the parents won't, receive it. It's too hi-fi. I did not expect that. So we tried to do 2 programs, but since we are all working amidst all our commitments, I could not go any further than 2 programs, but that is an area that we should think of. It is shocking to see that the Tamil community, our brotherhood in the north and east, they are not in a position to receive. I didn't expect that, so we have to work on that. Madam Chitramali and Asari, maybe we have to think about it when we translate this material. Even Samanmali had caution about it. So that was how it went. But we translate very simplified 2 programs, 2 parents programs we translated, and it's in the YouTube. So we had the next year we had the webinars went right along, and then in 2022 the other one we had with a gathering was, then 2022 was even worse. We couldn't move, we had no fuel and we couldn't move at all. So then this was a program we did for the downstay in that year for the teachers. We wanted to, so I could see from the first downstay program, I could see that people were working so hard on the little, badges and all. I thought it was a waste of labor. So I told them, so I told them we'll do it, spend it on something worthwhile. So we did a program for the teachers of the regional, we spoke to the primary education zonal people who are early childhood development officers, and gathered a target group of teachers, preschool teachers, and we did a very successful program. And we all the lectures we recorded in Family Health Bureau and yet to release it into the public domain. So these were a few things again how we did with CDB, Neurodevelopment Centers Badul and Gaul, and then media program on autism. This CDB is mainly funding and interested in autism. So we have done a lot of they have done a lot of programs on autism, the short clips to run on TV, and so on. So this media program, it was also a very long program, ending up in to mark the Autism Day, and then ending up in a big program. We had Nugasevana and in several media, including Rupavahini, Swarnavahini, and Vasantham TV, and ending up in a big Doramadalawa program. So it is also there. If you want to see the material, it's a very beautiful program we did in Doramadalawa, a live program. So all the academic programs, teachers program, and Children's Day celebration in Jaffna, we did in last October, and we are on halfway through parent training modules in collaboration with Family Health Bureau. These are all, funded by CDB. Sorry, I take time to welcome our own director, Dr. Vijay Surya. I'm so sorry I did not see you coming, sir. Yeah. So this is the Jaffna Teachers Program. Can you see how much of crowd that participated? I don't know why. Every program we did was, we had overwhelming crowds. Maybe they didn't have many programs because of the lockdowns and all. This Teachers Program, it was, hardly any room left. Even all the chairs were filled. So we did. We went for 2 days to Jaffna, because we spent 2 days in Jaffna, because I told that because we are spending some time, because most problematic thing is time. So why don't we stay multiple days and do multiple things and come back? So this we did in the hospital in collaboration with Jaffna Medical Association, and it was also well attended. This was for the therapists and doctors. We did about autism and cerebral palsy. So then, the nicest thing we did in Jaffna was because Nuwan found out that there was a school in Jaffna for deaf and deaf children, mostly deaf, few children blind. So Nafil School for deaf and blind. So we went there to spend half a day before the train. We caught the train at early afternoon train. Before that, we spent the morning with them, and it was a lovely time. We had games and dancers and a play and all. And then serious work, IACD. I mentioned earlier also. I warmly welcome you, Dr. Nagda. Yeah, he's our only overseas delegate who is present today. He came all the way from India, didn't sleep the whole night, came back yesterday morning, and came straight to the program. Thank you, sir. So, International Alliance of Academies of Childhood Disability, IAACD. It's also a new organization, and we are, I think this is not to my credit. All the past presidents have worked hard to get ourselves through, and our members have been in the nomination committee, and then in the governing council, and there are so many interim councils. Dr. Gamanu, Dr. Saraji Vijasekara, and Samanmali and Jitangi, they all were in different committees, and now with the help of Dr. Gamunu Hewavitharana, who was in the nomination committee, we were able to push one of our people into the executive committee, which we are very proud. Our own Samanmali Tennakon, our social service lecturer in social services in IACD now, in the executive committee. So that's a big thing, and we are, they accepted us as very early members of IACD, and we are negotiating with them about how to pay the membership fee from countries like us. There, we are resisting their demand for membership fee, representing all the countries, African and Asian, who are not having hard times with the money. So we are, we have not paid yet, but we will have to. But anyway, we are there, and we are collaborating with them. Those are the few things that we have done through these times. I wouldn't be grateful if I don't mention why I am here today. I am a rheumatologist. People wonder how rheumatologists are in these different fields. A lot of people don't understand that we do rheumatology and rehabilitation. And this is one of the people who understood and cared for children from our college, truly, and he is my inspirational force. I wish he was there today. So he's my mentor. He's the one who stimulated me to be interested in this. So I'm really grateful to him. And there are so many other names also I have to mention. So there are my teachers here, not in this field. My mentors are here. And some of the people helped me to, in my journey of educating myself. So, Professor Samanmali, she pushed me when my little daughter was so little. She pushed me to go to America for 2 weeks. To date, I benefit from that visit to one of the academic programs there. So Pyara, Saraji, all those people who gave me enormous support to my development in the field. And the current council, and last but not the least, my 2 joint secretaries. They are like, I was telling in Gaul, I forgot to mention we had, now this academic program is going on for 4 days. It's a massive one, because I realized when I was preparing the program, I realized we can't do much on 1 day program. We can just run through, a few things and superficially. So we thought, we discussed this in our council, and we thought for skills training we will have to have day-long programs. So we had 2 very successful 2 programs, one in Gaul, one in LRH yesterday. Both programs we had to bring in more food, because there were more people, more participants than we expected, and it was very well taken. So I'm really proud, and I get so much enormous help from my council, especially these 2. I was telling in Gaul program, only thing that we did not do was sleeping in one place. So we were eating, whole day we were working together, because it's the 4-day long program was not easy to conduct. So and I have a few more with my experience in this field. We are overwhelmed with our work, and we are seeing so many things, and we have no inadequate funds. In my early days at LRH, I was wondering, there were so many late presentations, and they need so much of expensive equipment. So one special seat, what do you call it? A special seat would cost $500,000. Now it is even beyond that. So in my early days, I was just wondering, what am I doing here? I'm useless. The ones I can rehabilitate, yes. The ones that I have to palliate and look after. They needed, special seats, standing frames, and so many expensive equipment. I can't ask from the government. I can't keep government funds. I was so wondering what could I do. So I was talking about all these to many people that I meet, and today, I'm able to fund them through what you call is, we have a trust fund, sir. We are not bothering the government for it. So we have a trust fund, so it's a separate thing, and they are funding our children, and most of Pyara school friends are there, and so many friends are there, and they are funding that, and they we at LRH have minimal facilities. I realized that most of the children come from far away, Hambantota, from Jaffna and all. They get down at 4 a.m. in the public bus stand and go to a toilet that a disabled child cannot be taken into, and they have no decent place to change the nappies and all that. So this same people, same group of donors, donated us in LRH a waiting area, which is a decent waiting area with a disabled access toilet and place to change the nappies and all that. So that is something apart from SLACD, but for all those that work, SLACD was with me, yes, and our children need many more things. I hope the sports people are here. We have, I have two best examples, two paraplegics, spinal cord problems. They are, they have grown fat like nothing. They have nothing else to do. I had to motivate them using Samita, whom I invited. I think she's not here. I couldn't motivate them to, push up themselves, do the push-ups, and one of these children recurrently presenting with pressure sores. So at home they are just eating chips and watching TV, or using the phone. So it's a big problem. They are getting fatter and they are not stronger. So sports ministry, if they could do something about this, not to bring them to Colombo, but to go into their community. A lot of these, services should go into the community, sir. So we need support, your authority. So we need to do a lot of, decentralization of these things. And the Education Minister of Education, Minister of Sports we have to work together. And in society as a whole, in schools, these children are cornered. I have heard stories of, school, not all, I'm telling you, not all. I have been talking to very good schools, principals and teachers. They just accommodate these children nicely, but there are most of the time the attitude of the community and the schools need to change. So I know there's a diverse gathering here. So my message to you today and the plea to you today, please accept these children in the society, and that is lacking. They're accommodating them in your treat them as normal as far as possible. It's still not happening. So those are the two things that I wanted to tell apart from SLACD things, and even SLACD is with me in that. And last but not the least, my family, who is accepting all my absent-mindedness, distractions, and as Saraji last year said, unconditional love. The support they give me, I want to thank them. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant morning, and please, the people who are participating, please take most of these academic events, because we have worked really hard on it. I have a request to talk in Sinhala. මම මෙතෙන්දලා සිංහලෙන් වචන ස්වල්පයක් කතා කරන්නම්. අපේ ළමා සංවර්ධන සංගමය ඉතාලම මේ ටිකක් අලුත් සංගමයක්. අපි ඒකේ মালටි ඩිසිප්ලිනරි කියන්නේ නොයෙකුත් වෘත්තිකයන් ඉන්නවා. දොස්තරවරු, එතකොට බෞද්ධ චිකිත්සක, ඔකියුපේෂනල් තෙරපි කියන්නේ වෘත්තීය චිකිත්සක, ඒ වගේ හුඟක් ගොඩක් විවිධ sectors වල අපිට ඉන්නවා PNOsලා කියලා prosthetist orthotist ඒගොල්ලන් අමතක වෙනවා හැමතිස්සෙම ඒගොල්ලන් කරන්නේ limbs වලට කියන්නේ අපේ අතපය වලට වෙනස් අපි කියනවා ඒවට ස්ප්ලින්ස් වගේ දේවල් හදන එක ආධාරක සපයන එක. එතකොට ඒ වගේ අය ඉන්නවා සමාජ සේවා නිලධාරීන් ඉන්නවා ටීචර්ස්ලා ගුරුවරු ඒ හැමෝම අපේ සංගමේ ඉන්නවා. අපේ සංගමය මේ වගේ තියෙන එකම සංගමය. ඊටාම මේ අනිත් හැමෝම මේකේ වැඩ කරන්නේ තමන්ගේ ගොඩක් දේවල් කරන ගමන් ඉතින් අපිට පහුගිය අවුරුදු දෙකේ ඊටාම තිබුණ කරදර මැද්දේ අපි කරපු වැඩ ටිකක් තමයි මම දැන් ඉදිරිපත් කරේ. අපේ ප්‍රශ්න වලින් අපි පිටිපස්සට යන්නේ නැතුව අපේ මේ දැන් මේ අධ්‍යාපන වැඩසටහන් වලට තියෙන සහභාගීත්වය නිසා මට හිතෙනවා අපි පස්සට යන්නේ අපි ඉස්සරහට යන්නේ කියලා. අපිට අපේ රට හරියට තියනවා නම් තව ඉස්සරහට යන්න පුළුවන්. එච්චරම ඒ පැත්තෙන් අපි දියුණු වෙනවා කියලා මට හිතෙනවා. that is අපිට පුළුවන් දේ තමයි ඒක දැනුවත්භාවය වැඩි කිරීම. ඒක තමයි ළමා සංවර්ධ සංගමය මගින් කරන්නේ. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
දරුවා අවුරුදු 2 පසුවෙත් පැහැදිලි වචන කතා නොකිරීම ඕටිසම් තත්ත්වයේ ලක්ෂණයක් විය හැකියි. ඕටිසම් ලදරු වියේදීම හඳුනාගතහොත් හොඳින් පාලනය කළ හැකියි. නොපමාව අමතන්න 117 493 SLACD සහ CDB සාමූහික මෙහෙවරක්.
If your child has not spoken clear words by 2 years of age, it could be a sign of autism. Autism can be successfully managed if identified at an early age. Call our helpline on 0117490000, a joint effort by the SLACD and CDB.
குழந்தை 2 வயதுக்கு பின்னரும் தெளிவாக பேசாவிடின் அது ஓட்டிசத்தின் அறிகுறியாக இருக்கலாம். ஓட்டிசத்தை சிறு வயதிலேயே இனங்கண்டு கொண்டால் அதனை கட்டுப்படுத்தலாம். தாமதியாது அழையுங்கள் 0117 490 000. இது SLACD மற்றும் CDB இணைந்து செயற்திட்டம்.